In Silo 18, nobody really dies, they just get recycled. Everyone thought Bernard was burned alive in that room or suffocated by Sims, but episode 4 played a huge trick on us. Bernard is alive. He's hiding in the deepest, darkest corner of the silo, but the real mystery isn't how he survived. It's why Robert Sims, Juliet's worst enemy, is now the only reason she is still breathing. If you thought you knew who controls Silo 18, well, the real game hasn't even started yet. Episode 4 is called Whatever You Do, Don't Go Home.
Whatever you do, don't go home.
And it completely changes the pace of the season. On the surface, it sounds like a simple warning for Helen and Daniel in 2026, or for Juliet as she runs away again. But deeper down, it's about simple truth. Once you find out how the world really works, there is no home to go back to. Look at how the story connects the past and the present. Neither system actually wants to kill smart people. Instead, they bribe them with amazing offers to keep them quiet. Look at 2026. Steve exposed secret files, but he didn't go to prison. They gave him a top job in cybersecurity. Helen got her dream job at the New York Times to stop her from investigating. Mr. Almeida got money to save his family business. These aren't random rewards. The system doesn't just buy your silence. It makes you work for the very machine you try to destroy. And inside the silo, it's the exact same trick. Juliet wasn't executed when she came back. She was made mayor. They give key people a little bit of freedom just to keep them inside the system. Now let's talk about a small visual detail that most people missed. The search for Orla Kent turns into a murder case. The doctor finds two big clues. First, toxic gas didn't kill her because there was no dust in her lungs. Somebody killed her and threw her body down there. Second, someone hit her in the back of the head with a specific tool, a red rebar. Later in the episode, as Juliet climbs down to the secret digger area where Bernard is hiding, the camera slowly shows a steel ladder with one single red rebar. And in a show like Salo, this is never an accident. Why show us that specific metal bar right after the doctor mentioned it? Because Orla was investigating missing supplies like fuses, cables, and generator parts. She wasn't killed by a random criminal. She was murdered because she found the secret tunnels. Someone is taking parts from the silo to prepare a huge escape or a total collapse, and they kill Orla the moment she got too close. This episode also showed us a big weakness in the system. The founders learned how to erase memories using the water and drugs, vitamin D+, but they couldn't destroy human curiosity. When Julia tells Shirley that she follows her gut feeling, that's just her instinct working. The system changed people's memories with chemicals, but it couldn't change human instinct. Everyone says Lucas is dead, but Julia doesn't believe it. Everyone says the digger area was closed forever, but she doesn't believe that either. Her gut tells her something is wrong. And this brings up a big question. Why do these secret routes and hidden doors still exist? Why didn't the system steal everything? Because a perfect prison leaves no gaps, but a behavioral experiment needs to give people choices. If nobody gets curious, you can't control rebellion. The system isn't failing, it's just running an experiment. Now let's talk about the biggest twist. Robert Sims, his wife Camille, is now head of IT. She tells the raiders to knock Juliet out so they can kill her, but Nurse Amy turns on the raiders instead. Why? Because she stopped giving Juliet the memory drugs a long time ago. And who gave Nurse Amy that order? Robert Sims. Sims realized that to the server room, everyone is replaceable, even him and his family. That scene where he chucked Bernard was fake. He put another body in the fire and hit Bernard, injured Bernard deep in the silo. Sims isn't saving Bernard because he's nice. He's using him as a living database. Sims doesn't have the high-level codes to understand Salo's plans. He needs Bernard alive to get answers before the system decides to destroy Salo 18. So, when Juliet hears that rough copy off in the dark tunnel, her biggest enemy becomes her only hope for answers. In the original books, Bernard actually dies in the fire, but by keeping him alive in the show, the creators are showing us that the biggest secret is happening at the very top. Meanwhile, in 2026, Daniel and Helen track Steve's online chess games to a user named Bigfoot Lives. That lead takes them straight to Sam Ramsey at the Pentagon. Suddenly, the agent following them steps out of the shadows. He doesn't use weapons. He uses pressure. He offers Helen a dream job and threatens to stop funding Charlotte's medical care if Daniel keeps asking questions. The scene shows how powerful the system was. Even in 2026, Senator Truman's team wasn't just building underground bunkers. They were taking over the government, media, and military way before the bombs dropped. But just when Daniel and Helen feel completely trapped, some calls from the Pentagon. The chess network is way bigger than just one hacker. In this universe, knowledge is passed from one survivor to the next. Orla dies, but her evidence reaches Paul Billings. Lucas disappears, but Patty gets his secret maps. And now, Juliet is standing right in front of a broken Bernard. Will Bernard help Juliet stop the destruction, or is Robert Sims just using both of them? Drop your theories in the comments below. Do you think Sims is trying to save his family? Don't forget to like, subscribe to Nima's Movie Cave, and I'll see you in the next one.